If you want to request a tutorial, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications, and tell me what character I should make next. Now, into the tutorial. Hey guys, Blop here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a boyfriend and mic plush from Friday Night Funkin. Now, on to the tutorial. The materials you will need are light blue fabric, red fabric, white fabric, gray fabric, dark blue fabric, black felt, and cream felt. You also need the patterns from the description, pins and needles, matching thread, scissors, and a glue gun. First, cut out your head and body patterns. Now you will have all of these pieces. Your bottom foot piece will be white, and the top foot piece will be red. First, take your chin and sew the straight edge of it along the bottom edge of the face. Make sure that it's evenly sewn. Now, you will have this. Next, place it down and you will take one of your hair pieces and stitch the top point to the middle top of the face and the bottom point to the middle part of the chin. Do this for both hair pieces. Then, you will have this. After that, you can sew it together all the way around the edge of the face and hair, making sure that you leave this back hole open. Now it will look like this. Then you will sew up this back edge fully, leaving about an inch wide hole open near the top. Flip it right side out and stuff it, and it will look like this. Then you can sew up the hole on the back. Now take two ear pieces and sew them together along the curved edge. Then you can ladder stitch them onto the face, and it will look like this. Next, take your leg piece and fold it over itself like this, and then you will stitch up this edge. Now, once you have that, you will sew them in the center of the body piece along the bottom. Make sure they're stitched so that when you flip them out, they won't show the seam. Now, you will push the legs back in, then you will sew in the sole, making sure that the stitches of the legs are showing where you're stitching. Now once the sole is sewn on, it will look like this. Then, flip your body back to where the stitches are visible. And then, you will fold the body in half and stitch it along this straight edge. You can stuff it and it will look like this. Then, you will ladder stitch your head onto your body along the seam of the chin. Once it's sewn on, it will look like this. Next, take your arm piece and sew up this long dart in the middle. Once you have that, you will then sew all the way around, leaving this bottom hole open, and then you can stuff it and ladder stitch it onto the body. And then, the arms will look like this. Next, cut out your two shirt pieces and sew them together along these L-shaped sides of the shirt, leaving the top edge open. Now flip your shirt the right way and put it on him like this. Then, you're going to ladder stitch up the top of the sleeves, making sure to cover the blue of his body. Then, it will look like this. After that, you can draw or glue on the circle on his shirt. Next up, you will take two of your shoe pieces and sew up the darts. Make sure to mirror them for your other shoe pieces. Then, you will have this. Next, stitch them together with the darts facing the opposite directions. Then, you will place them down and stitch them all the way around, leaving a hole open on the back of the white. Then stuff it and ladder stitch it and it will look like this. Then ladder stitch it onto your pants and it will look like this. Next, take your shoe tongue pieces and then you will fold this long one over and stitch it together along the short edges. Next, take the round one and sew the round edge all the way up. Flip them right side out and they'll look like this. Then, place them on your shoe like this and do a blanket stitch to stitch them in. For the long one, make sure that when you place it on, you curve it around the leg instead of making it straight. Then once they're sewn on, they will look like this. Next, you can cut out and glue on some shoelaces and they'll look like this. Then, you will ladder stitch the hair on the back sides of his head like this. Don't worry that there's a seam at the top, because now you'll take these two pieces and sew them together all the way around. Then you will have this. Next, cut a hole in the center and flip it right side out, making sure it's facing this direction. Then stuff it and stitch up the hole and it will look like this. Next, you will place it onto your head and ladder stitch it along the bottom edge of the hair. Then it will look like this. Don't worry about the open hole in the back though. Next, cut out your face pieces and glue them on, and then they'll look like this. Next, take 2 of your hat pieces and sew them together along one of the curved edges. Do this for both groups. Then, once you've done that, sprawl them out like this and place them on top of each other and sew them along the long curved edge. Now, you will have this. Then, take your 2 hat brim pieces and sew them together along the curved edge, and stuff a piece of cardboard in too. Then, you will sew it onto one of the straight edges of the hat piece. Then, you can sew your hat onto the head and lightly stuff it, and then it will look like that, and the base of your plush is finished. But now, I'll show you how to make the microphone. First, cut out your microphone piece and do a running stitch all the way around. Go check out my Freddy and Bonnie tutorial if you don't know how to do a running stitch. Then, it will look like this. Next, take your handle piece and fold it over itself and sew it along the curved edge, leaving the top open. Then, flip it right side out and stuff it. Once you have that, ladder stitch it on, and then sew in or draw on some stripes for the mic, and it will look like this. Then, you can either glue or sew it into the hand, or leave it loose if you don't want it to be permanent. And then, your plush is finished. If you made this plush or are planning to, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe with notifications, and tell me what character I should make next. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time.